Welcome back to the Three Wise Men Couldn't Make It podcast. We've had an email.
An email?
We've had an email.
Ooh.
I don't believe you, Peter.
Oh, massive. I'm going to read it out.
Oh, yeah.
Spam.
No, it's not spam.
No.
It's from a certain Donald Trump.
Avid
So he
listener.
said, amazing. I'm going to do the voice. I'm trying to do the voice.
Well then.
Amazing. Beautiful podcast. Beautiful people. Beautiful. The best podcast I've ever heard. The best podcast. Beautiful people from Ellesmere Port. I want to make into the 51st state of America because of this podcast. These people are geniuses. I love them. And they're beautiful.
Well done.
And I thought, I replied to Donald Trump.
Oh, did you?
Yep. I said, fuck off.
You're not welcome on our podcast.
No. But that would have been quite cool, right? We could have been the 51st state of America.
That would have been cool.
Yeah.
Can
I'd for that.
we not get him on as a guest?
I don't think so. I can't do the voice, obviously, but yeah, we got a podcast for a podcast. We got an email from Big Don.
Oh,
so that's quite nice.
You're avidly known as to be his biggest fan.
Massive fan.
It even says in the last video.
It did, yeah.
Yeah, you cunt. So amazing, right? So welcome back, people, to the Three Wise Men Couldn't Make It podcast.
Season 2, episode 2.
Season 2, episode 2 of this dumb shit. Okay, so what we've got Carl here as ever.
Hello.
Ellesmere Port Standards, little fucking rat of the year.
Sexiest man of the year.
No, little fucking rat.
No.
And Rich.
Hello.
Ellesmere Port Standards. Hunk of the year.
That's the one.
Hump of the year.
Hunk of the year.
Oh,
Hunk
I
of the
think
year.
it's hump of the year.
Hunk of the year.
It just goes
Maybe
around.
do my shoulders
Just
like that.
go around
Whoa.
humping people.
Yeah.
So
I walk out the door and everyone comes out as waving
Just
off.
flashing.
Yeah.
Flashing.
Rich, what are you doing? Where are you going? I'm going to Asda.
Sign this.
Well, we'll come to that.
Very busy this week with work. As you know, work in the suit shop. Suits you,
sir.
What?
Just to remind people that Carl fitted up Johnny Vegas.
He
with
did.
the suit.
He
A
did.
couple of months ago. Johnny Vegas walked in the shop.
Close friend of the podcast. Obviously.
Oh yeah, we did invite him on, boy.
He was busy, weren't he?
He said fuck off.
Making like PG tip shit and stuff like that.
That was before we got Big Don's approval.
Well, yeah.
So he might be on now.
So very, very busy in the suit shop. Very tiring. But you know,
Is that news?
Tired.
Does anyone give two shits about you? I've been to work.
But you
I'm
asked
tired.
Fucking hell.
But I've been a bit poorly.
Right.
But I had a little story to tell you. So about a week ago, I forgot to tell you about this.
Is this
I
a
told
good
you,
story? Is this
a
I'm
very
tired
good,
or I'm
It's a very
poorly
good
or-
story. So I went to the pub to see my friend.
That sounds like I've heard this before.
Didn't we do this 30 episodes ago?
To watch the dance. Now, it was
we did this 30 episodes
No, we
ago.
didn't.
We've rinsed the fuck out of this one.
And so I walked in there. It was very, very quiet. So there was only 4 of us sat on the table. And prior to me coming in, about 5 minutes earlier, 2 girls walked in.
Right, yeah. Big knockers?
Oh well, I didn't see them because I wasn't there. Anyway, walked straight into the toilet, both of them.
That was quite sexist.
I'm sorry. We watched where they were going.
No, they just literally came in, went straight to the toilet. I turned up 5 minutes later.
Yeah.
So I'm just nattering with my mates. And they said across to like one of the other people, they went, those girls have been in there for quite a while.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what's happening. So my friend went, I'm going to go see if they're alright, because you never know. Walked in, about 30 seconds later, walked out, face like this.
Why?
I'm like, what's up? She went, you're not going to believe this. And we went, what? She went, those 2 girls who walked near, shagging in the toilets. Shagging in the Jessup's toilet. And we're like, no. Bear in mind, the Jessup's it holds a place in my heart. But it's a bit of a...
Yes.
It's your local, not rough boozer, but it's like, it's everyone's local, do you know what I mean? So we're like, there's no fucking way.
We'll take sponsorship.
Just out of curiosity, were the Hollywood lesbians, or were the ones that like move in next door to you?
They're like moving next door to your lesbians.
Right.
But
Fair enough.
because I didn't see them, we're like, are they proper hot? So, you know, they'll walk out and they'll be like top leather models.
I have friends who are very hot lesbians.
And so we're like,
They just don't know it.
so
Well, I have also known people who. Well, you know what? This is horrible.
This is going
on.
on.
Anyway,
This is going down,
anyway,
spiraling down.
Anyway, so we're like, what should we do? Because they can't, like, because so we went to speak to our friend Jay, who works behind the bar, just to let you know, those two girls are walking there, they're shagging in the toilets, and he went, I've got to kick them out, and I went, well, you're gonna have to. So Jay is like he's a bit of an awkward guy. He's lovely, but he's a bit awkward. So he walks into the toilets and like just kind of creeps his head in, and he kind of goes, and he walks out and goes. He can hear them, and he's like kind of like this, like.
What if someone goes in there and
trying to
wee?
I know, but he was trying to build up the courage, and he walked in. About 10 seconds later, he walked in and went, I can't do it. And he was getting dead all like shy and flustered. So the owner of the pub, who's a woman, came downstairs. She's only dead small. Fuming she was, because none of them would go in. Went in there and pretty much drags them out.
Yeah.
And she comes out first, and then the two girls come out first. Now in my head, I'm playing like, come on, this is gonna be pretty cool. This, and they were just.
She's got a bra off and
they were
a flapping.
They were hanging out.
They were like a 3 out of 4 out of 10.
Oh.
In my but
in your opinion,
in my opinion,
in your humble opinion,
it wasn't what it disappointed
You know
me
what?
because it didn't play what I'd played in my mind wasn't reality, so it upset me a little bit.
Yeah.
But you should have seen them like giggling, and they literally just went in the pub, shagged, and then went straight back out. Now what's got to take you to do that? You've got to be pretty desperate to do that, haven't you?
I've done that.
Right,
Let's move on. Rich?
So that's what's happened in my week.
In my week, I haven't got. I didn't even think we were still doing hot news.
No, it's not.
We're kind of not. We're just kind of
just-
chatting shit.
Basically, fuck all. Seriously, nothing has happened to me.
I liked your movie thoughts on the Fantastic Four trailer. Topical, by the way.
Yes.
Fantastic Four. It's going to be massive.
Whose views? Mine.
Well, yeah, you said, I have no idea what this is, or who these people are, or...
I didn't even watch it, did I?
I don't know, but we put it on the feed.
I seen it, but I didn't actually get to watch it.
I already did watch it,
But
yeah.
I tell you what I did watch.
Go on.
Alien Romulus.
Good.
I thought
Well,
shit.
is that
I disagree.
Is that the one we watched in cinema?
Yeah, it was good. I
thought-
liked it.
The first half, I thought was good. When Ash comes back into it, doesn't he?
He
And
does, yeah. from
they
the original,
reboot
yeah.
him up and he's half a body and all that shit. I thought, I was enjoying it. I really was. And then from that part kind of onwards, it just became a game of cat and mouse.
That's really what Alien
They
is.
run down an alien and they just manage to get onto the ledge. And then the alien comes and then they manage to shut the door, do it again. It was like watching Sonic the Hedgehog.
What would you expect them to catch him halfway through the film? That's it.
Well,
No,
there was-
it's finished. They're dead.
Yeah,
It's
it was
finished
just
now.
a bit. We've run out of ideas. I know Tom and Jerry. Let's just go Tom and Jerry.
I quite enjoyed it. I've got to be honest with you.
I
I thought it was
quite-
good.
I enjoyed it, and then for the last sort of quarter of it, I remember sitting there like this.
And then you got
Come
that
on.
creature at the end with the
Fucking
weird
hurry up and
alien
finish.
human thing.
You're hard to please,
But
aren't
the
you?
first half was.
You're a difficult.
The first
one.
half was good.
Yeah.
I'll give it that.
I generally
It
like.
should have
stuff
finished
as a
when
rule.
halfway through.
Yeah.
And
Just
then-
end like
then-
an hour in.
I watched Contact, and I've seen that millions of times. Have you ever seen Contact?
Yeah.
Jodie Foster. And thoroughly enjoyed that again. Cracking film.
See, this is where me and you differ because I
You probably
find
thought
that
was
boring.
Yeah. I thought it was the thought what was going into it. It was
Yeah.
really, it was possible.
I
thing.
can't watch a film over and over and over and over
I
again.
have done
Ah,
in
I
my.
can't
I can't.
When I was younger, Evil Dead 2 I've seen a billion.
Oh, yeah.
And Star Wars I've seen a billion times.
I've not watched Star Wars for a month. I
Original
bastard
Star
watched it about a
Wars.
month ago. Yeah,
And Empire Strikes Back and shit. But now I don't really.
So that's what you've been up to this week. You watched the film.
watched the film.
I watched the film.
Well,
I've been out and stuff. I've had a life and whatever.
I'm just turning the heating off, guys. By the way.
Great. This is fucking podcasting, folks.
So,
Podcasting.
so
genius.
you said you had something, did you?
yeah, I
Oh.
watched Nosferatu.
Who?
Nosferatu.
No idea what that is.
Okay, so in the 1920s, I'm going to bore you with this shit, right?
You were
1920s.
You weren't alive in the 1920s, were you?
Yeah, I was.
Yeah.
We all were.
Okay, so you've heard Dracula. You've heard of the novel Dracula.
I've heard of
So
it. Yeah.
a bunch of fucking German filmmakers nicked Dracula, and they made Nosferatu, which was basically Dracula. So they were basically just fucked about and made their version of Dracula. The same story, but he's like a bald guy with weird fucking teeth. He's in fucking SpongeBob, man.
Is he?
Yeah. You've never heard of Nosferatu? You must have seen the pictures. He's got
No.
like big long fingers. and
Oh,
shit.
yeah, he looks like that bloody talk show host, lesbian woman, fucking
Ellen DeGeneres.
She looks like her. She looks like her. Even. Big ears, white head,
Big
bald head.
white head, bald head.
Horrendous looking.
Yeah.
Looks like Ellen
Ellen
DeGeneres.
DeGeneres.
Yeah, really does.
Not
And it was-
Ellen DeGeneres, not close friend of the podcast.
Not close.
I'll stick the picture of the comparison.
Can
of the
you
two.
please?
Yeah, you'll see what I mean.
I would like
you
like
will
that. I would
definitely
like
see
that.
what I mean.
The original Nosferatu. So this is the big budget remake, blah blah blah. Great actors, etc. And I bought it, 20 quid. Biggest mistake of my life.
Was it awful?
It wasn't awful, but it was very, very
Shit.
ponderous, and the dialogue's dead plummy, and everyone's going whoa, and like all that shit. Fucking Willem Dafoe's in it, and all these fucking amazing actors. Whoever played Nosferatu was great.
Ellen DeGeneres.
It was still Ellen DeGeneres. It was, and I was sitting
Just
watching
got
it with
swimming
Sue,
cap on.
and you know when someone goes, because you watch the first bit of it, and then someone has a big fit.
Oh, sorry. Right, yeah, okay.
And it's all like, it looks amazing, but it was embarrassing. So I'm sitting there next to meet the current Mrs. Harper, and she's watching it, and then someone has a big, like, whoa, or does a big plummy bit of dialogue for 40 minutes, and I'm thinking, she's
tough
gonna
watch.
get pissed off. I'm embarrassed by this film.
I-
This film
oh,
is insisting upon itself.
I remember. I was about four.
Well, like, it's not my thing.
I know exactly how you feel, because when I was about 14...
But it was good, but not my thing.
When I was about 14, 15, the second SpongeBob movie came out. Now, the first SpongeBob movie
It's
is
classic.
un-fucking believable.
It's classic.
It is... everything about that movie is perfect. But then the second one came out, Sponge Out of Water.
Never seen it.
I think it's all right, but I must be about 14, 15 at the time when it came out. Maybe 16 at absolute push.
Years ago.
And I went with my granddad to watch it, and I did the exact same thing. I'm
You're
like, this is
cringing
bad.
inside.
But my
thinking,
granddad,
oh God.
my granddad sat there like this, and I'm like this. Oh God, this is oh, I felt embarrassed to be watching it. It was shocking.
Willem Dafoe sets a fire. He's an amazing actor, right?
Yeah.
And he's like, let the flames consume all of this, and you think,
Fuck off, Willem.
Just set the fire and fuck off, man.
What need all that shit?
So I realised I'm very low class and I've got no taste in movies whatsoever. I'd sooner watch fucking SpongeBob 1 than this fucking thing, which is great, but it's just not my thing.
What was a bigger waste of money, the £20 on that film or the £20 venison?
Both were bad. Bit of context, we bought some venison. It was more than 20 quid, I think. And it smelled like fucking shit. And when you cooked it, it smelled like shit.
You bought it from the house, cooked in the house. You cooked it at home.
Yeah.
Right.
When you walk into Pete's in the current Mrs. Harper's house, normally when you smell a waft of something, cooking, smells lovely. And very rarely I'll go, nah, actually I never do. But I walked in and I went, fuck me, it smells like someone died. It was like, I'm glad I didn't eat it because it smelled like absolute, it smelled like gonorrhea mixed with AIDS.
Do you know what that smells like?
Well, I imagine that's what it smelled like.
But folks, if you want to smell something that smells like a mix of mud and meat,
Venison is...
try venison.
Yeah.
Okay, next section.
Yeah, so yeah. What's the first section then?
It's the news.
It's the news. Roll that clip.
It's rolled.
Is it rolled?
That's not that well.
Right.
Yeah.
Whenever you're ready, poo-poo, for the
I'm
news.
ready. Let me just grab me fucking news, mate.
Who the fuck's that?
Well, I'm not using that one.
Who is that?
I'm saving him for next week. I found some fucking belters. I've still got work shit in here. Hang on, this is bad. I'm using up time on your fucking thing here, Rich, trying to find me bloody news.
It's easy enough to whiz through it.
That is a good story, though. God. Got it. Okay.
Right. Whenever you're ready, poo-poo.
Are you good to go?
Yep. Right.
Okay.
We've just got pictures of weird shit.
Right.
Yeah.
Who's doing news first?
Whatever.
Right.
You do this first?
Right. 3,
2, 1, go.
Welcome to the Three Wise Newsmen. I'm your anchor, Pete. This is the roving sports reporter, Carl. And the roving hobo, Rich.
That's me. I always say that's me because I've got nothing else to say.
Is it because you're a
Well, I
hobo?
hope you've got something to say because this is the news section.
Oh, God.
Who would like to go first? We've got some very exciting news.
I wouldn't mind going first if that's alright.
Please do.
As
Get over and done with.
as the local,
Yeah.
fuck off. As the local
40 minutes later.
sports caster, there hasn't really been much sports news, to be honest, apart from actual sport news that we don't want to hear.
No,
We want to hear like a football player shitting himself on the pitch or something, don't we?
Yeah.
Can
I stop you there?
Yeah,
Why don't we want to hear the sports news?
Do you want to hear about
We
the
don't wanna-
FA Cup final and do you want to hear about this?
I don't give monkeys about it.
We want to hear something disastrous happened. Or
Yeah, well,
Was the FA Cup final disastrous?
the FA Cup was stolen by, I don't know, 2 hippies or something like that. That's what we want.
and they got pissed out of drinking out of it.
They got
something
pissed drinking out of it,
like-
and then they melted it down to make
Like-
a necklace,
Yeah,
something like that.
yeah.
And
Or
then-
like like a wind chime.
like a crown.
Yeah.
What a wind chime.
Well, I've got some news.
What?
Anyway,
That's what we want.
blazing that. You
Uh,
haven't got a clue what I'm about, do you?
No.
Right. So my news this week is it's not sport news in this case, but something that's happened. It was more of a report. This was in the Guardian.
please come and come.
So this is a man who got interviewed about his job, and he wanted to explain what his job is.
Excellent.
His job is to create smells that scare people. That's his job.
Right. Well, who is he employed by?
He's employed by places like like Alton Towers and like fun parks and stuff like that. So
okay.
you walk into
Like a haunted house type dealio?
yeah,
or-
kind of, and you walk in, you go, fucking
Okay.
stinks in here.
Yeah.
That's his job,
Right.
and I found it really interesting. So I'm going to read
So-
it.
If you go to the fart zone in Blackpool,
Yeah, and it smells like farts in there.
has he done that?
It's either this guy or Rich, because he just farts everywhere he goes.
So he goes in and he says it's supposed to smell like farts,
So I'm going to make that smell.
and
that
it smells
fart
like
So
farts.
he front loads with a load of sprouts,
Yeah, that's his
goes
job.
in there,
So
lets off, job done.
no,
Right,
just
carry
to
on, please.
clarify, this was from the Guardian, so if we don't get fucking copyrighted or shit like that. So let me read the article for you.
Please
So, so this guy got interviewed. His name is Liam Findley. So this is what he said. I can tell you exactly what fear smells like: poo, vomit, urine, and sweat. I know because it's my job to bottle it as a scent. I'm a professional themed smell consultant, which means that it's my job to create scents for theme parks and scare attractions. My role is to invoke fear in people using smells.
Shit.
Yes. If I do it right, people. People will gag, cry, or want to run away. For the past 50 years, a company called Aroma Prime has created hundreds of smells for theme parks, museums, and other businesses. We've made historical smells such as the Victorian streets for museum, and stuff like
Shit again.
stuff like
shit again.
Again, this
You know,
is on point.
like zombie scare attractions, like
Shit.
Piss and shit again. Yeah.
rotten flesh.
And rotten flesh.
He's also been involved in projects that create like dinosaur smells.
Probably
Well,
shit.
shit
Yeah,
again.
probably
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
But also, what they do as well, which is quite sweet.
Shits himself.
Yeah, he works with Alzheimer's patients.
Oh, well, there you go.
What are you laughing
Well,
at?
this shit writes itself, doesn't it?
And
Go on.
Go on, let's say.
he creates scent boxes.
Yeah.
So he invokes happy memories.
Oh, I thought he was trying to evoke the smell of an Alzheimer's patient.
Oh, what
Which,
does
again,
what do they smell like? Piss and
is shit.
Dear me.
That's
This
fucking
is totally gone down the
right.
down the swan.
Well, my mum's got Alzheimer's. Move on. She smells like shit.
So he says, whenever I get a brief, I'll start going through the existing, formulation that they already have to see if it'll match what they want.
Box of shit.
He thinks about the scents, combinations, what might work well. He said, when I had to make a vampire breath smell, I mixed chemicals that smell like blood with metallic scents before adding a whiff of rotting meat onto it. How crazy is that?
That is an interesting.
I could do that. I think.
And all joking aside, that Alzheimer's thing, that's very good because scent does bring you back to.
Evokes some memories.
Yeah.
If you had
I think that's good.
if one of you sadly had Alzheimer's, what would your smell box want to be? I assume yours would be like cheese or something.
Might be piss and shit because it reminds me of festivals.
Oh, what about you, Rich? What would your smell?
My go-to smell. I don't even fucking know. You
not got
Pizza?
Have you not got
Toast.
Toast.
Yeah, toast.
So you constantly
Toast.
think you're having a stroke.
Yeah. Toast.
It says.
I'm back online.
It says that they often do test runs to see what scents get the most screams.
Do they sell them in Lush?
Probably not, but Lush is probably worse. I fucking hate it in Lush. It says
Lush.
he said it doesn't always go to plan. We once tested a rotting flesh smell for the Texas Chainsaw Massacre attraction in the US. Instead of leaving the ride feeling afraid, everyone emerged feeling hungry for burgers because the scent smelled too much like cooked meat, so they messed up. So instead of them wanting to leave going, oh, it smelled like rotten flesh, it smelled like burgers because they had added too much.
So this
meat
guy's
to
coming
the
out
smell.
with a chainsaw, and you're going,
I fancy a Big Mac.
a Big Mac, mate.
I just found this so fascinating.
Yeah, definitely.
The ending, the ending of this article, he just talks about how he rounds up. He says,
Is he thinking of doing like a range of scents, like rotten
Yeah.
flesh you could be spraying yourself?
So it's the end of this, just to wrap up. He says, I often get asked whether I wear a mask or if I get sick around making the smells. And he said that he's actually grown immune to the smell of sick
I suppose
and
you
stuff
should.
like that. We said that's why we do have other test runs to get other opinions. But the smells that people normally start gagging off, stuff like rotten fish, bin juice, rotten food, is the one that really gets people.
You say bin
sick.
juice.
Yeah.
I used to work at a place where they fixed the bin wagons a couple of years back. And when I went in, I knew the lad who gave me the job. Went in, first day, so I can't work here, Steve. It's the smell. As soon as I walked in the office, it just hit you, bin wagons. Oh, the smell. He said, give it a couple of days.
Used to it though, I guess.
He did. He said, give it a couple of days and you'll go nose blind.
Yeah.
I did. Couldn't smell it.
Well, my grandma and a lot of my family live in Elton, and
I
sometimes
thought your grandma smelled the bin juice.
Lived in a bin truck.
and sometimes the cow, when you spread the cow muck, it absolutely reeks, but they can't. They
No, they can't
physically can't smell it because they've been smelling it for years.
Well, mate, the current Mrs. Harper likes that smell
Oh.
because it reminds her of being a kid.
I went to Willis's farm the other day to drop some stuff off.
Willis's,
Oh, the pigs. Pig
Oh,
smell is
pig poo's horrible.
Me.
Pig poo's awful.
But they probably can't smell that.
No.
They
Pigs
live,
can't.
I was sitting there
The
looking.
pigs are walking through it, though.
Yeah, they don't give a shit. But the people live there there's a big house there and I thought, how can you live in that? They can't smell it.
can't smell
I
it.
think the worst smell in the world is cat shit. It's
It's
fucking
bad.
horrible.
It is bad.
So yeah, that was my bit of news. I just found it really
That's
interesting.
good news.
Good news.
That's interesting
Just
news.
Yeah,
hot,
that was-
smelly news.
So
Quite
he's
amusing.
largely focusing on piss and shit.
Piss and shit seems to be the primary smells.
Yeah.
But imagine having to investigate and go right, this place is like zombies. So what smell could this make people feel sick? I just find that's such a
No,
wacky
that is
job.
interesting.
Yeah. So
What a job.
that's my hot
What a
news.
job.
I'll try and find some hot sporting news for next week.
Yeah.
How do you... Okay, on a granular level.
Yeah.
All right, so if I work, when I work, I have to book to certain projects every week. How does he do that? Oh, well, I've worked on the... 2 days I've worked on the zombie shit serum, and then 3 days I've worked on cat shit. And then another day I worked on the smell of spunk.
I bet it takes a lot of travelling and a lot of time.
What do you do?
to-
What do you do? What's he doing?
What's he travelling for?
I don't know. What's he
He
doing?
travels from different theme parks and
Like
exhibitions.
smelling the toilets in his theme park. What's he doing?
I reckon he does. I reckon he walks around, just everyday place and goes, actually, I could use that.
shit.
And he gets like
Goes to the Leeds Festival.
Yeah,
Oh, there we go. Let's fucking use that.
he gets a bit like an earbud, something, and just gets a little petri dish or
no.
something. I'll use that. I'll keep.
Yeah.
Just jiggles around in his bag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good bit of news.
Good bit, yeah.
Rich, have you got?
Yeah, I've got a little story there. Not as good as Carl's though.
That's good.
Oh,
that is a
Carl's
good.
good one this week.
Well,
Look
that's
at
right.
Rich with his laptop.
Oh, yeah.
We're moving up in the world.
We are moving up in the world.
So, Rich, what is your news?
You can't see me. My little news story I found is about a cat.
Yeah.
You
What's
might
the
have
cat
heard
do?
about it. There's a fella's coming down the stairs and he's got one of them bald cats.
Yes.
Totally bald cats.
I think I might have seen this. He's gone.
He's got a cat.
Yeah.
So,
Like There is a name for him, isn't
Yeah.
there?
What are they called?
Mr. Bigglesworth, that of fucking Austin Powers, in it.
Not
One of them.
Siamese or...
No,
is-
it's
no,
not Sammy's.
It does say, but I can't remember. Egyptian Sphinx.
Sphinx, that's what it is.
Yeah. Anyway, this guy, like, he's coming down the stairs.
Right?
Yeah. Cat, halfway up the stairs, hanging, through the balusters.
Yeah.
It's hanging around there. Decides to grab his legs with its claws.
Right?
And we've got a dog. You must have heard us mention the cat. My dog's there barking.
He's not happy.
UK man miraculously survives after sustaining a broken neck,
Because the
Fractured
cat snapped his
spine.
leg.
smashed ribs, blood-filled lungs,
Fucking hell.
a car crash of equivalent injuries, and wait for it, he tripped over his cat. He was coming down the stairs, his cat went like that, and he just lost it. Woo!
Easy done, then.
Bang.
Right.
Easy done.
Yeah.
My question is, what has he been doing to that cat? That cat has been plotting. He's been waiting to strike.
And the cat's thinking,
This guy's been...
He's been shaving that cat.
Yeah,
That cat's probably hairy.
no, do you want to see a picture of that cat?
I do.
Hey,
Can we put...
that's,
Jesus Christ, that looks like
That's the
something
cat.
from hell.
but look what he does to it. He puts it in a little coat. Fuck.
He's got a sheepskin jacket
got a
on.
little
Can we put this in the
Yeah, we'll stick
the
the,
feed?
we'll stick
Yeah.
the pictures in the feed.
Right.
Do you know what, to be honest, if
To be
I-
honest, that looks like evil.
Yeah, look at him.
That's pure evil.
He's fucked, isn't he?
So,
He's in hospital and he is.
has he
He's
come
got
out of
neck
hospital
brace.
and then fucking stamped on the cat?
No. The cat put him in hospital.
Yeah, as he's in the ambulance.
Yeah, that's the end of the story,
yeah,
isn't it?
Yeah.
As the ambulance pick him up, getting into load him in, you just see the window of the cat like
Yeah.
You know what they called it? You remember Apocalypse Now?
Yes.
They've called it Apocalypse Meow.
That's quite funny. To be fair, that's pretty good.
that. That poor man. Well, as you know, that man's been doing stuff to that cat. I think
Yeah.
further investigation
Yeah.
is needed.
He's
Do you want me
been...
to read a bit of it? Or?
Yeah.
Yeah, go for
Yeah,
it.
disaster struck after the wrinkly kitten, apparently feeling playful, dove out and latched onto one of his owner's legs as he was coming down the stairs. It took a little chunk out of my leg. Then I lost my footing, described Rowley, who repeatedly tumbled down 14 steps before
Bloody
arriving at the bottom where he lay, unable to move, while his feline put the hell into Hello Kitty.
What's the
These
cat
writers.
doing then? Like that?
Cat-
Fucking
yeah, what's it
way.
Massive injuries.
Dickhead.
The man didn't realise the extent of his injuries. However, paramedics later revealed that he suffered fractured skull, broken bones in his neck, 2 fractures in his spine, 9 broken ribs. Each rib had multiple fractures, and he had a bit of blood in his lungs.
I would hate that
Do you know what his
cat
cat
from
was
there on.
called?
What?
Eric Morecambe.
Really?
He said Eric Morecambe, meanwhile, was completely unharmed.
Eric Morecambe's a
Eric
twat.
Morecambe is a bastard. So I'm not going to carry on reading because it just waffles on now, but
That's some good.
That's a good story.
that's
some good cat news.
That's a good story.
that's a bit of cat news.
Yeah.
You wouldn't think it, would you?
No, you wouldn't. But yeah, but I think he had.
To be fair, you
Yeah.
would, because cats are twats.
Got what he was deserved, didn't he?
We don't know that.
Yeah.
I reckon we keep track on the story.
Yeah, we keep
Yeah, look, keep track of Eric Morecambe
Eric Morecambe, yeah.
and poor fucker who fell down the stairs.
What the stairs made out of? Like steel. So that's a big
That's
fall.
a big fall. He's 60, I suppose. Doesn't help.
Yeah, I fall over. My
14
head
stores
breaks.
it's probably top to bottom, that, isn't it?
Yeah, that's a lot.
Not 14 stores, 14 stairs, meant.
I mean, he's not gone. He's been. And his hands behind his back like fucking Family Guy.
Yeah, he's gone over on it. Obviously, he's gone over on his head and
Yeah.
smashed his
Yeah.
neck.
And the cat's phoning the police.
Eric Morecambe's
Oh,
there.
shit.
Like, oh, whoops.
I've gone too far here.
Eric Morecambe's going off lights in the background.
So, Poo Poo, what's your hot news?
I have some very hot news. Okay, I'll give you the headline.
Yeah.
Man who spent over £11,000 to become a dog opens zoo where other people can be animals.
Okay, right. I need further.
Okay.
Toko, this is the guy's name, Toko, wanted to be a dog since early childhood and now his dream has come true. Now, this is Toko.
That's not.
I'm going to give you a picture of Toko here.
That's a real dog.
That's a real
No,
dog.
it's not a real dog. That is Toko in his little dog suit. There we go. Can you see this, folks? This is Toko.
Wait, that's not a real.
100% normal.
Are you sure that's not a real dog?
100%. Look at the size of his fucking paws. It's obviously not a real dog.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay.
That bit, yeah. He must have a
Taxidermy.
no,
Like,
yeah,
No,
yeah,
he's got a
taxidermy head.
suit on. It's a suit.
Okay, right.
Looks pretty convincing, doesn't he?
Okay, he's opened his own zoo in a world where almost anything is possible. This world.
Yeah.
Where Donald Trump fucking emails us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And runs the world.
Yeah. While you might like to do your hair, Rich, nails or makeup, Carl, others prefer to take it to the extreme.
Yeah.
That's Toko. Okay, so he chose to become a dog. He paid for a custom suit to slink into, which is what I've just shown you. He's Japanese.
Oh, of course he is.
He bought this hyper-realistic costume in 2023 so he could transform into a collie and live his life as a dog. So this is another picture of him. This is
It's a totally different dog.
it's his other suit.
Oh,
He's drinking a
Coke.
Coke.
Like a suit now,
He's drinking a Coke.
That's really-
Drinking a Coke here.
That is quite realistic.
Drinking a
That's
Coke,
quite
folks. Drinking a Coke. Okay, so the essential thought that Toko had, he's gone viral across social media. The suit took 40 days to make, but now he's opening up a zoo where other people can become animals too, wander about. You could be an admiring silverback gorilla. You could be a cat or a fucking deer, whatever. In his YouTube video, he says, I dreamed about becoming an animal since I was a child, and when I grew up, my dream came true in the form of a costume. When I was young, I thought it would be nice if there was a service where you could become an animal. What can I do to help others who feel the same way? So, humans can choose to be. So you can go in this place, right?
And choose what you want to be.
And you can choose what you want to be, but you've got to be a certain height. So, if you want to be an Alaskan Malamute, I think is that photo, isn't it?
Yeah.
You have to be smaller than 5'11".
So I could be.
I could be a
The
Malamute.
strict criteria. Okay? Anyone who wants to be a dog can reserve their spot 30 days beforehand, and you have to pay $49,000. No, 49,000 yen, which is around 250 quid,
That's
for
not bad.
180 minutes of fun.
That's
Would
quite-
you do that?
I'd do that.
I've got a few questions.
Hang on. If you want to dog around in a group, you can do that too. But that would make for a hilarious birthday party, and you get like a group discount.
Oh well, that's
So
fine.
if we us three wanted to be a bunch of dogs,
Want to go dogging?
yeah, literally
Yeah,
dogging,
Yeah,
we could do that.
and
But-
get a
and we
discount.
get a bit of a discount, so it wouldn't be 250 quid. It'd be maybe 500 quid
That's
Oh,
alright.
that's a bargain.
for like
180
180
minutes.
So like 2 hours. We could just run around, have a shit on the floor.
Lick our balls.
I could sniff your
You
arse,
could sit
whatever we want to do.
Well, that's my question. I was going to say, if you're in the outfit of a dog, are you legally allowed to sniff other people's arseholes?
I don't know. There's no
say.
say. No, it doesn't say. But you're. It's so there's someone's done it from this website. This is Lad Bible.
Oh yeah.
Just credit to the website.
Oh, yeah.
There's a visitor who's gone and he's enjoyed himself.
Did
he
he-
said he
did
was
he-
able to become a dog and perform cute tricks. No mention of arseholes. No mention.
See,
So,
that's where you've lost me.
They wouldn't mention that.
well, they're hoping to expand to pandas.
So if you could do that, what animal would you be?
What a great question. I would be maybe something like what would it be?
I quite fancy being a panda
A panda.
and having no sex for 180 minutes.
What about
Just eating sticks.
it's a bamboo?
Yeah, just sit there. Like, I don't even like this.
Bamboo.
What about a bear?
That could be a bear.
Can I be a polar bear?
Well, I don't see why not.
I'd be a snake.
You gotta be
Snake.
You can't be a snake.
I
That's
want to be a
work.
snake. I could
Like, you're
be
like
a snake.
6 foot high and
I could mimic that guy who was famous on the internet years ago. I'm a snake.
I'm a snake.
I'm a snake. I love that video. I could
Yeah,
just
me
do that
too.
on the floor.
He just walked. Right, this is the scenario. This is the scenario. We're going to this place, aren't we?
I've got Rich's costume already worked out. But go on.
Right, this is the scenario. We go to this place, we get the discount. Rich gets there a bit earlier than us, so he's getting fitted first. So we walk into the door and you just see Rich on the floor like this.
Looking like I've eaten a sheep.
Yeah,
Well, that's the point. You could be one of these fucking boa constrictors, couldn't you?
Yeah.
You're in the middle of it. The end's
yeah.
flopping about on the front.
I'm in the middle.
It's
just
just
like-
fucking
like
tails
on the
like
floor,
that,
like
and
it's
she's like fucking.
Yeah. So I look like part of it because I'm getting eaten by it.
Yeah,
Well,
it worked. So it
that
would work.
So I could do that.
But I'd be a panda. I'd just sit there eating. But if you put like
Eat shoots and leaves.
no, in fact, I'd be a panda.
Who eats
I'd be
KFC?
fucking create a Stella. Fucking just sit there
Bloody KFC.
for 2 hours.
You're pissed up, panda.
Well worth it.
So panda.
And that's the news, folks. That's the news. I think that's good. Do we have a winning story here?
I like the.
I quite fancy going there.
I reckon we
But
go.
I'm not going to pay fucking
I'd like to
£500
go
quid
there.
to
Maybe
arse about as a dog.
Maybe if we give them a bit of promotion on the podcast. They can give
Well,
us extra
Toko or
dis-
Toko, what's his name?
Might invite
Toko.
over.
Well, Toko, we are happy to promote you on the podcast.
We can make a video out of it if you want.
Yeah, we can make a video. We go in, but it's got to be fucking free, and you've got to supply the costumes
The Stella.
and the Stella. I'm not fucking paying nothing. But I'll do it. Rich, you up for it?
I'll do it.
Yeah, I go.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll email you later, Toko.
Right.
We've got the fucking blessing of the president, mate, so.
Right. Can we get a round of applause for you, sir? Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
We've basically patting ourselves on the back again, haven't we?
Hey, news! I'm loving the news, baby.
Yeah,
I'm loving the news. I'm
So
learning. I'm learning.
You're not.
You are.
Yeah.
You learn. Don't get a cat.
Fuck all.
Don't get a bald cat.
You know, I reckon we
Stop.
should have the moral. What's the moral of the
The
news?
moral high ground.
So,
Don't dress as a fucking
don't-
dog.
Yeah. Don't
Do you
buy.
dress as a dog?
I don't know.
Don't buy a cat.
Don't buy a bald cat.
Yeah.
Don't buy a bald cat. Don't have stairs.
Don't go around sniffing things that you shouldn't
Yeah.
be sniffing.
Yeah.
You can get a job out of anything. You say I'm a smell expert. You can fucking coin in 50
Oh,
grand a year.
yeah.
Yeah. More.
And if you want to sniff someone's arsehole, dress as a dog. There we go.
Sounds good to me.
And you can recreate the smell later on for his place where you can
And
be a
that
dog.
is what we call fusion of ideas.
Fusion. Three ideas all fused into one.
Right. I reckon I can smell another segment.
I can smell lies.
One of you's just lying.
Oh, I can smell bullshit. I can smell
One of
bullshit.
us is crying. One
One of us is lying.
Right. Roll that jingle.
Liar! Liar! What are you bloody lying for? Welcome to the next section. Liar, liar.
Liar, liar.
Liar, liar.
What are you lying for?
Roll it.
Who's telling lies? Who's telling the truth? We'll find out in the next section. Now, what's the theme, folks?
The theme for this liar, liar this week. What?
Before you start,
Yes.
I've got a pipe technique.
Oh, do you?
So what
Pipe
you do-
down. Pipe down. Turn upside down.
Let's load it. So what you do is you hear something that this is why I wanted a pipe. What are you doing, man?
Just raising that lip. Raising that bit higher.
What you do if someone says something to you,
Yeah.
like, what do you think about, I don't know, sports? And I go, Well, it adds weight to it.
Oh,
doesn't
It
it?
does,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
It adds weight
It
to
does,
it.
yeah.
A bit of a theatrical.
Bit of acting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, you're considering it, but if you're considering it without a pipe,
Then
you
you're not.
look like a cunt.
You look like an
Yeah.
idiot.
But if you've got that in your
But if
mouth,
you've got a pipe,
you're
you
like
go,
you're thinking, aren't you? You go,
Yeah.
well, and then you point with the pipe.
You put that. You have to do that.
It's like
You have to-
when you undo with one button in your shirt, you look cool.
Yeah, but if you do,
You do too many.
You do too many, you look
look
like a twat.
Like a twat.
yeah.
So, okay, what's the thing?
The theme is how we nearly killed our co-workers.
Oh, I
or-
imagine
or
these
bosses.
are quite realistic. Go on. Okay, so who would like to go first?
You can pick either, but the way
Yeah,
we're
you
going to do
can
this
pick.
time is we're going to tell you what happened, and you're going to ask us questions about it.
Yeah, same as the
Yeah.
TV show that we have no relation to.
No.
Who would you like to ask first?
Carl, how did you nearly kill your co-workers?
I nearly disintegrated someone's face with hot oil.
Rich?
I nearly killed my boss with aerosol cans.
Okay, so, Carl, the hot oil.
Hot oil. Now we all know, famously, oil is quite hot.
I presume you're working in the bowling alley at this point.
You are correct.
So what was the scenario?
So when I worked at the bowling alley, I could do everything. I could do the reception, I could do the bar, I could fix certain machines. If certain machines legally you can't fix. Same with the lanes, you have to be a technician to proper fix them. I could unblock a ball, for example. Unblock a ball.
Unblock a ball.
Unblock a ball, for example. So I can unblock a ball.
Horrible.
But the one.
Not something I was expecting to hear.
But the one thing I wasn't trained on, because I just kind of blatantly refused to, was the kitchen. Now, have you ever seen
A kitchen, yes.
Yes. Have you ever seen how donut oil is stored? You ever seen like the containers?
Yeah.
They're big containers like this.
Yeah.
Which stores all the oil, and they're the the plastic that you go to peel off the lid.
Yeah.
Excuse me,
Yes.
my young man. I don't recall the bowling alley serving donuts.
Well, no, I was saying it's like donut oil. The way it's stored is like that.
The what?
The container of this specific oil. It's in a specific container. You can't just take the lid off. You've got like a plastic film
Can you
around.
explain this?
Basically, around the ring of the container, it's plastic, and bits of it's like stuck. You go
Yeah, I know what you mean.
to get the lid off.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. You can't just like.
I get you.
It's not like a Tupperware where you go.
Detail there.
Yeah, it's good detail. I like the sound
But
effect.
oil is quite heavy.
Yeah.
So often I would help the girls in the kitchen to lift the oil and pour it into the fryer because it is quite heavy. And you've seen me, famously known for a shithouse, because I'm dead strong.
Who's talking about?
Me. So this one time, I did it a few times. All you got to do, and you can't fill it all in because it's only a small fryer and it's a big container. So I lift it up normally, pour a bit in, and then I go back to the pot. Well, not normally. You have to turn the actual fryer off.
Well, obviously it's going to spit everywhere.
Yes, but this time we forgot to turn the fryer off, and
So
the person that nearly died was my friend Grace.
So how did Grace nearly die?
So what happened was she's helping me lift it.
Yep.
And I pour it in, but she's the closest. I'm pouring it from the back end, and she's kind of controlling it so it doesn't go into any of the segment. So as her face is over the fryer, the oil goes in, and it goes and spits at her. Because there's always a bit of like excess oil at the bottom that you can't get off, but it's piping hot. And as soon as I poured it in,
screaming hot.
yeah, as I poured it in, it just went like spat in the air, and it nearly went all over her face. It kind of just nearly like a Quentin Tarantino film where a bullet goes past your face and you just miss.
Yes.
Like that's what happened with the oil. It just went
slow motion.
So she was very, very close to burning her entire face.
Off, yeah.
Very, very, very lucky.
What did this person called Grace? I presume she is called. This isn't a pseudonym.
No, her name
Grace.
is Grace. No, that's the lie. It wasn't Grace.
What did she say?
She just went fucking hell. Just kind of went. I was like, oh shit, because it was both our fault. But I was the one who was lifting it from the back.
She should have known better.
She should have known better because she is the boss of that kitchen.
She should be sacked.
She should be.
As should Carl.
As what? No, I was.
Well,
really
he's gone
interfering
now.
in the
He's
kitchen.
gone now. Well, I will send an email to the bowling alley to get Grace immediately
Well,
sacked. Now,
very close to killing
Rich.
Yes.
Could you please explain your particular incident?
My particular incident was many moons ago, and I used to work in a factory. It was very cold in the winter, and we used to have, I don't know if you know, a 205 barrel drum.
The big blue ones.
The big blue ones.
Yeah.
And you take the top off a bit like...
Do you go...
You go take the top off.
No, we have to know.
Well, you grind the top off, I think, because they're metal, aren't they? And you can make a fire. You put a few holes in the sides, don't you? And you can make a fire. We didn't like our boss.
Now, could you... So, this drum, if you want to make a fire, if you're having a protest, would you set the fire in the drum and then hang about with your little fingerless gloves?
You would. You like a bit like you see tramps in New York.
Yeah.
You see homeless people. Let's call them, not tramps.
Yeah.
So that was quite insensitive. That
it was a bit insensitive. We do apologise to all tramps.
Listen to this podcast, which is everyone.
Listen to this podcast.
They're like hovering over the fire. Just watching.
Apologies to the 500 listeners.
If there's any tramps listening, I do apologise. Homeless people. I didn't mean anything
Well, they're not
derogatory.
listening to the podcast, are they?
Well, we don't know.
They've got Spotify.
They might
So,
have.
we're
They
fine.
might be listening to it
Or
through an
YouTube.
open window or something.
Yeah. Right.
Anyway, there was about, I can't remember how many of us, there was about 10 of us worked there, and about 4 or 5 of us hated the boss. The boss was a knobhead. Big fella. I'll say his first name, Dave. Just, I'm not saying his other names.
Very I mean, that could be anyone.
That
could be anyone.
That could be a
That's
random.
generic, isn't it?
Yeah. So this day, freezing cold. I was a bit of a fucking joker and a bit of a wind-up merchant.
Bit of a lad.
Bit of a lad.
Yeah.
Wasn't at school, but when I left school, I just totally went like a knobhead. And I said, "Yeah, this would be funny, lads. We've all got to sit here eating our dinner because it was dinner hour. So we prefer to sit outside and sit with the foreman. The foreman, sorry, was a knob, and the big boss. Big boss was out. Foreman was a knob, ex-army fella, bit of a loved himself kind of thing. So sitting there, I know it'll be fun. I go inside and I get 3 aerosol cans, throw them in the fire, and we've got to sit here eating our dinner. And if it goes off, whoever's still here is a fucking legend. Okay, fair enough, load of dickheads. Fair enough. Sitting there, having our dinner, fucking lobs them in. All 3 of them. Sitting there, a couple of minutes go by, you hear a bit of fizzing. Another minute or 2 goes by. Eating our butties, all sitting wincing like this. Next minute, the fucking big boss turns up in his Rover. Big Dave turns up, gets out of his fucking Rover, makes his way over to us.
Yep.
Alright, lads. Alright, Dave. All of us like looking at each other like, shit. Next minute, what are you doing, lads? Having your dinner? He never used to talk to us, really. Only fucking strolls over.
So it's out of the ordinary.
Out of the ordinary. This bit is out of the
Dave was
ordinary.
doing this.
Dave wouldn't usually come over.
This
He'd just
show
blank us.
of camaraderie.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
Yeah.
Comes over, looks over. He's got his head over the fucking fire pit, looking into the fire pit, and we can hear fucking as these cans are fucking expanding. I'm fucking literally thinking, shit, I'm gonna fucking kill the motherfucker. But did I say anything?
Did he fuck?
Did I fuck? Did any of the other lads say anything? No. Next minute.
I have a problem here. I have a
Go on.
problem.
Go on.
You could have killed him.
Could have killed him. Yeah. Go away! Sorry, just getting rid of our dog. Because he's a pain in the bum. Anyway. Dave's looking over. Yeah. Anyway, I better go inside. Quite uncharacteristic of him to talk to us in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
He goes inside the door. The door behind him shuts. As that goes fucking BANG! It fucking went up like a fucking nuclear fucking explosion. All of us fucking fucking flames everywhere. None of us got burnt or anything, but next minute the door fucking opens and Dave comes out and goes, well, what the fuck was that? And we just sort of went, shrugged the shoulders, and he just went back in shaking his head.
And he let that pass.
And he let that pass. He just went in and
the
cracked
fact
on.
that someone has fired
So
a bomb off
fucking
in his
his
place of
fucking head
business. Because I've done this when I was younger. We threw a deodorant can on a fire.
Yeah.
Fucking loud, innit?
Oh yeah, they do go up.
Yeah.
So, Detective
So-
Poo Poo, have a little.
Hang on.
Have a little puff, and who's lying and who's telling the truth?
Now, I know for a fact, Rich, that when you were a younger person, you were a psychopath.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And I know
This
for
is-
a fact, Carl, that is entirely plausible.
Yeah. It is.
But it's not. Your story isn't that bad.
It's not that
It's
bad.
not that bad.
It's not that bad.
It's
could have
barely a
maimed
story.
that
It's
poor
barely a
girl.
story.
That poor girl could have had 3rd-degree burns on her
Yeah.
face.
That, when I say
Oh.
bad, when I say die, like very, very dangerous.
It's ephemera.
Oh, yeah.
It's
Disfiguring. It would have been
it's
disfiguring.
barely a story.
It's not a big. It's not my story. It's not a big story. It's not. But
which
it's
makes it more plausible.
because I've not got loads of details to it because it's just something that really quick happened. I was literally on the bar serving drinks.
And Grace nearly got.
Well, I was literally
Bit of
just
oil on it, bit of oil on
serving
the
some
face.
drinks. It was dead quiet, and she said, "Carl, can you give me a hand lifting this oil?" I went in. Literally, this was in the space of like 2 minutes. All I did was picked it up, just poured it in because I just had to get on with
with
doing
her.
it. With her,
You
picked it up.
forgot about that bit.
Well, I
With
picked
her.
up with
You
Grace.
forgot about that bit.
Well, no, never. We picked it up, right?
But
Picked
you
up.
said you always used to do it on your own.
No, I have done it on my own because what I'm saying is there's different types of oil. So the big, like
What's
the blue
the
ones,
different types of oil?
well, you've got donut oil and stuff like that, which we don't use.
You don't have donuts.
No, but that's what I'm saying. You've got cooking oil, but it comes in different containers. That's what I'm saying. This one was but she was there, so I could do it with someone
I've
rather
already
than one
made my
person.
decision.
Okay, go on then.
Because your story doesn't ring true. Because it is dull. Rich's is insane. But knowing Rich like I know Rich, that is entirely plausible. Yours is plausible, don't get me wrong. But it's not like I poured something in here and it nearly burnt her face. It didn't.
Well, you put it. Well, if
it didn't.
He's told a story about putting aerosols in thingies. What if I turned around and said, "Oh, I nearly tripped up my manager and he got squished by the presser thing." It's unrealistic. But this was something that could happen in day-to-day life and work, not pissing around, farting around, throwing cans and thingy. Anyone could make that.
But I've done that.
But in work?
No.
Who does that in work?
He was insane. So
yeah, but I was just doing my job. All I was doing was helping
but
Grace.
You kept saying I lifted the oil in, and then Grace lifted, and then you both lifted the oil in.
What? I just said
I'm going to say Rich is telling the truth.
That's fine. Rich,
Well,
is he telling the truth? Can I get a drum roll?
My story is 100% true.
I knew it! I knew it, man!
I almost blew the fucking boss's head off.
And they're loud when
Yeah,
you go off.
yeah. Oh, the fall, especially in an enclosed space.
The fact that he just went...
He just come back out. He literally, as the door hit, it went off. Literally 20 seconds after his head was in the barrel. And he just... what the fuck was that? Looked at us. Smoke going everywhere, and then he just went back in again. Because he knew. A bunch of knobheads.
Yeah.
Oh, I've got to shut the dog up.
So who wins that?
Well, you win.
You win that one.
Well done.
Yeah, but...
Oi!
Am I the detective next week? Is that how this works?
No, it goes round again. So I was... you were the detective last week. So I'm the detective next
you're
week.
detective
and
and
it
we're
just
lying.
goes round and round as detective. That's liar. What do you think about that? Well done, Poo
Well done, Peter.
Do you know, I thought I'd get you with a dead simple story.
Nah, because this guy's nuts. So anything he says is probably true.
Right. Well,
Whereas your one was just like everyday shit.
Yeah.
Which is probably true.
Yeah.
But when you compare it to someone who is nuts...
do you know what? My next lie or truth
This
is
is
going to be...
outrageous.
It's going to be extreme.
I murdered a guy and I cut his face off and then...
Yeah,
And
I
then
sewed it onto
I
my
threw
face.
it, and I threw it to the dog.
Yeah, I sewed it on and I became in for the
Oh,
day.
Did you? Did you?
Did you really, Carl? Did you really?
So there you go. Okay, next section.
It is the Wheel of Waffle.
The Wheel of Waffle. I actually dread the Wheel of Waffle. In case I get it.
Good.
I'm dreading it.
I am.
to be honest.
Play that jingle. No.
Welcome to
The Wheel of Waffle.
Welcome to the Wheel of Waffle.
Yay!
Yo.
Right, can we try that again?
Yeah.
Right. Welcome to the Wheel of Waffle.
Welcome to the Wheel of Waffle.
Yay!
Mexican wave. Mexican wave.
Oh, guess what? It's going to come back.
Oh,
You went too early. Try again.
Do it again.
oh, fucking brilliant.
Oh, wait.
Can't.
Well,
can't make this
hopefully
stuff up.
this is going to be Carl again, and it's going to be something he can't talk about again. So,
Should we explain how this works again?
yeah, we spin the wheel.
The Wheel
The
of
wheel no,
Waffle.
no.
No,
We
sorry.
spin this wheel
Oh, we spin this wheel first.
to see who's going to talk about the waffle subjects,
Yeah.
and then we spin that wheel.
And you have 5 minutes. You've got to constantly
which
talk.
We got to constantly talk, but
No ums and ahs.
No pausing.
no pausing. But we can fucking rib you.
Oh, yeah,
he
you can.
fucked up big time last week.
Yeah. But what happens if you can't finish the 5 minutes? You're the same
You
person
get
again.
beaten up.
You've got to do it again the week after.
Yeah, and then you get beaten up.
Then you get beaten up.
Right.
Right.
Okay.
Are we ready to spin?
Spin.
The
Spin that
wheel.
wheel.
Spin,
of
spin,
waffle.
spin the wheel
Right.
of waffle.
Who's it going to be?
Oh, God.
Fucking
Ah!
up it is me.
I'm not! It's Pete! Pete!
You fucking kidding me?
No, just landed
Oh.
on you. See, you got it. Right.
You got to spin that wheel.
Rich,
God damn it.
can you do us a favour?
Go on.
Can you spin? Oh.
I'm going to spin that Wheel of Waffle.
I
You
fucking
ready,
hate
Pete?
you.
Ready?
Big spin for us. What's it going to be?
What is it going to be?
It could be anything. It's random.
You go.
Right.
Spin this into 5 minutes. Right, I'm gonna get 30 seconds out of this.
Pete, you've
Okay,
got...
what's the subject?
Pete, you've got to talk
for 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
About missing your socks. Losing your socks.
Losing socks. Missing socks. Socks that have gone missing. I think I've just.
I'm aware of what you said.
Right. No ums, no words.
Shut your face.
5 minutes. Right.
I'm doing next week, and
Are you ready?
the waffle whale is not happy. He's fucking alright.
Right. 3, 2, 1.
Stop
Go.
laughing, man.
Go.
Okay, so occasionally when you're doing your washing, and you're putting it away, you lose your sock. There's a sock missing, right? There's a sock missing. Where does it go? I mean, I've no idea. Where does it go? Does it go into another dimension? It might do. It might do. But literally, I've lost so many socks over the years. And this is got to be like 30 seconds, right? So I've lost so many socks over the years. When I put the washing away, I have a collection of socks that, like, there's like 15 socks now that belong to me and the current Mrs. Harper that don't have a pair, and I don't know where they fucking went. Did they go into fucking limbo? Did they go into, like, has the washing machine at them? Is the washing machine a fucking creature from another dimension that eats the other sock? Who knows? Who knows? It could be. It could be. It could be. It could be. It could be.
You can't just keep saying it could be.
It could be. So, I mean, we've looked at interdimensional travel, right? I mean, the fucking Hadron Collider in Switzerland has proved that there is other dimensional shit, right? Yeah. So who's to say that every washing machine in every house isn't some fucking creature from another dimension that eats the other fucking sock? Who's to say?
Who's to say?
It could be. It could be. It could be. It's possible. So, what I am proposing is we go into every single person's house. I'm going to do this Donald Trump style because we'll fucking do it. Oh, why not? Just fucking wipe out every fucking good thing in the world. We're going to go into every person's house, take a shotgun, and shoot every fucking washing machine to death. That way, maybe when you kill the washing machine, all the socks shoot out of the other dimension. You get your socks back.
3 minutes left.
Fucking hell, this is rough. And then we pair up the socks. Lovely, here we go. There's me little Deadpool socks. Off you go. Have a little run. So there you go. So that's my proposal. So I've got a budget. Of $1 million. I've spoke to Keir Starmer. He's up for it. He hates other dimensional shit.
We're not talking about dimensions here. We're talking about losing your socks.
I'm still on socks. He hates losing his socks. So me and Keir, good fucking natter. He's lost 15 pairs of socks. He's got Teletubby socks, and he's lost fucking Popo and Popo, Lolo, and fucking Dodo. All of the pairs of them socks. What the fucking Teletubbies called? Help me out here.
No.
Popo, wanker, and dickhead. He's lost them pairs, and he wants them back. So he said to me, he said, Pete, like that. He said to me, to my face, he said, Pete, you're the guy.
Padding it out.
You're the guy who can help us get them socks back. And what I want you to do is get a shotgun, walk around the UK, and shoot everyone's fucking washing machine.
Can we back onto socks, not washing machines?
Yeah,
socks.
Because Popo, his socks, he wants his socks back. He loves Teletubbies, Keir Starmer. And he's got Teletubby socks, and he wants the other pairs back. And he doesn't want to fucking fork out money to
buy more
Asda
socks.
or fucking Soothers or whatever to get his fucking, to have to pay for his socks. He doesn't want that. And he's the Prime Minister, he's got every right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go around and shoot all the washing machines, and eventually the socks will fly out the other dimension. Keir gets his socks back.
A minute left.
Happy days.
Minute left.
He's happy, I'm happy. I've made a fucking mint off this cunt. Because there's no such thing. I'll just buy them. I mean, honestly, I'll shoot the washing machines. No, I'm happy with that. I'm happy to shoot shit. Happy to. But what I'll do is I'll just buy the other socks and give them to Keir Starmer. Fucking thick prick. There you go.
40 seconds left.
There's your socks, mate. So, yeah, we've all had this problem. Have you got this problem, Carl? You must have this problem. Rich, you've lost socks. I've lost people. And socks. But let's not get into that. I want to talk about losing me my twin brother. And he lost socks as well. Can't talk. My twin brother, Pedro.
Yeah?
He always lost his socks. He lost one sock from every fucking pair he had.
Did he?
Yeah.
No doddy.
No. No, he did. He did. Pete did. And what happened was I had to fucking...
It fell apart.
I did fall apart. It was a bad routine. Yes!
Oh, fuck
Fuck you!
That was hilarious.
Jesus.
It was the way you started when so, missing your socks.
Listen, and then about 30 seconds in, I'm done. What else can I say?
Fucking... Where do they go?
I think Keir Starmer was lying about 22 billion missing socks.
I think we need that fact check.
Yeah.
Don't fact check anything. We don't do that anymore. They've stopped that on YouTube.
Yeah, we
don't fact check nothing anymore.
Just get on with it.
It's true.
Well done,
It's
Pete.
true. And I was employed
Are we giving
by
him that?
I think I will, but for the future, we can't. It's got to be strictly about missing your socks.
It was about socks.
Because you're talking about shotgunning washing machines.
Yeah, and the washing machine spit the socks out, you cunt.
Oh, okay, right. Well, that was the wheel of waffle. Well done, Pete.
Sweating fucking constantly.
Listen, as you can see, there's an empty green space here. That means we need it filling. So, how can you...
We need all our spaces filling.
We do. So, the best way to get your suggestion on there, you who's listening, if you want your spot to be... It will go on there. The first person...
You got to do it.
Yeah.
You with a fingerless
right
mittens.
fucking now.
Well, there's several ways you can do it. So the email is the3wisepod@gmail.com. It's just there. Just there. Also, comment down on YouTube what it should be. On Spotify, you can add a little comment to the episode. So if you want yours, just go there.
And if you put I love Trump over there again.
He hates Trump. So
I
I
fucking hate that guy, man. He gets worse by the day.
It's going to say under here, I really do love Trump. I'm just lying.
yeah.
Fucking Gaza Strip.
Look at that there.
Fuck me.
on that t-shirt, I'm going to change that t-shirt.
You mentioned a t-shirt alone.
Trump t-shirt.
I think we've got one last segment.
Have we?
We do.
I must be having a
It is.
stroke because I can't remember what it is.
It's you laugh, you lose.
God, you
You're always
Oh.
having a stroke. It's you laugh, you lose.
Roll that jingle.
You laugh, you lose, baby.
We're covering our eyes. Right.
Covering our eyes.
Right. This is our segment, you laugh, you lose. We're going to cover our eyes.
Pete's going to come in.
Pete's going to come in. But, so, Pete, you can come in. We are covering our eyes. We are not looking. You do not want to ruin the surprise.
I'll let you know when.
Okay.
He's wearing fucking high heels and a fucking bra.
Are you naked, Pete? I can smell something really salty. Right, Rich, you better be looking at him.
I've got a premonition. Paul's going to laugh tits off.
Okay,
And
go!
Alright, I did laugh.
Oh my god!
Fucking
I'm
Rod
fucking
Stewart.
scared!
My nipple tackle fell
I
off.
wasn't expecting that in my face. I'll be honest.
Can I have it back, please?
Oh my god!
Oh, fucking hell.
Oh, and you're going to ask who I am?
Rod Stewart.
Right.
Fucking hell.
So, who are you?
I'm Sexy Pedro.
You're Sexy Pedro.
Do you want to ask me like my last name?
What's your last name?
It's very sexual.
What is it?
Fart.
Sexy Pedro Fart.
Pedro
Yes.
Fart.
Where you from?
Fucking Coronation Street.
Next door.
You live next door.
Yep.
I've got a few questions.
Yeah. Fire away.
A, is that your real hair?
Yes.
B, what is that white
My
stuff?
bush is the same.
Yeah.
What is...
And also, I noticed that you've got a bit of a nipple tassel going on here.
Mm-hmm. Would you like me to shake them for you, Carl?
You just did.
I mean, I don't know.
I can, and I will.
I don't know how I feel about this. Is this gonna get like? Are we gonna get banned?
I can if you want me to.
I kind of want you to a little bit.
What, get banned?
Not in my face though.
What is happening?
What do you do for work?
Sexual stuff.
Sexual stuff.
I do sexual innuendo.
You do.
Yep.
I
I go to work in my workplace, and I work. I turn up like this, and then if any sexual innuendo comes up, like someone says, "Hey, look at these big balls," I go, "Hey!" and then they shake me nipple tassel.
and do you have other friends that get involved in this type of stuff?
No. I'm just I'm one of my own weirdo.
Oh wow. Well, you seem quite comfortable in this state.
Yeah.
Are you married?
Not now.
Not that. His nipple tassels fell off. I heard a little pop. That was gross.
That is bloody hell.
What?
What are you saying?
So would you say you're a classy woman?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very
You know, when the
classy.
kids earlier said the kids were watching Benidorm.
Yeah.
It's got a Benidorm ring to it.
Yeah, I'm feeling quite sexual
You know, one
tonight.
of the acts they have on the stage.
Feeling quite sexual tonight.
Oh,
Sniff it. Sniff it.
it's covered in saliva.
Come on, Richard.
I'll be.
Come on, Richard.
Well, do you know what?
Can I put my top back on?
Yes.
Well, it's so lovely to meet you. What's your name again? Sorry.
It's Pedro Fart.
Pedro Fars. It is so lovely to meet you. Thank you
nice
for
to
making
meet
an
you.
appearance.
Don't want to meet you again, but
Oh, well, it's lovely to meet you. Thank you for making an appearance.
Well, I'm quite sexual.
You are very sexual.
No.
You really are.
Thank
Well,
you. Thank you.
do you want to say anything before you leave to our listeners?
all my neighbours, if they're looking out the window,
Yeah.
what the fuck's going on down the bottom
If
of the
anyone
garden?
wants to get in touch with me, I've got an OnlyFans.
You do.
Yep. Fart.knickers.com
Oh, and what'd you do on
on
the?
Orgy Fart Network.
What'd you do on the?
I fart on it. I'll sit around, I'll drink beer, and have a big fart. But anyway, thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome.
I'm gonna go out the back now and let the other that fat prick in.
Okay. Well, lovely to meet you.
Right, thank you.
Right, take care.
Jesus.
Just stood me for the boa. Look how ratty they are.
They are horrible.
Dear.
I don't know what to say. I'm a little bit lost for words.
I wasn't expecting that.
I wasn't expecting that.
I really wasn't expecting.
That was some often out in me nightmares.
I opened my eyes and
I heard him here.
Clevage was in my face, wobbling about.
I think I laughed first.
I think you did. I did laugh though,
We'll have to,
and I don't laugh. I don't laugh. Well done, Pete, because I don't laugh.
I reckon we'll have to review
I laugh, but not like
that.
that sort of stuff.
I reckon what we'll do is we'll review the footage, see who laughed first, because I think it was me, but we will confirm next week. There was no way we weren't laughing at that.
No.
Right, should we just jump into Pete's return?
Pete's return, yeah.
Return.
Oh, he's here now.
Oh, keep it rolling. Keep it rolling. Where have you been?
There was a very attractive
Oh,
woman out there.
there's a nipple tassel on the floor.
Where?
Don't know where that's come from.
Smells like beef. Who was here?
I don't know.
She was.
She was honking.
She gave me the rod.
Did she?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, mate,
we've just kept it rolling.
Hi. I just went for a wee.
You went for a wee? Because we've just been like, I can't even put it into words what happened then.
Can I now smell beef and cheese?
For a little bit.
I can, yeah.
Yeah.
You've got a bit of a thing going on here with your hair.
Yeah. Wonder why. Weird.
I think that guy that you were talking about earlier, who makes the weird smells, has been in.
Maybe.
Yeah, there's a beef and cheese smell in here. Like fanny juice.
Like crisps.
Yeah,
cheesy
crisps. Like cheesy crisps and fanny.
It could have been that.
And piss.
It could have been that woman who's just in.
And piss. It's always piss.
Well, I think.
Sorry. Okay.
I think.
I thought that went well.
I think
thought she was a lovely
Yeah,
guest.
that's well, yeah.
I think that was a successful episode 2 of season 2. Wow.
I think what we're going to have to do is when we review the footage of me and Carl, you know when they do the end of the Grand
You
National,
laughed first.
Yeah.
and they have to slow it down. Yeah, it's going to be a bit like that,
Yeah.
and we'll analyse it.
I reckon.
Do it in slow
Well,
motion.
who was first? I
Who
don't know
laughed
who was
first?
first. I don't know.
I think it was me,
Oh.
but we are going to review it and let them know the next episode. For audio listeners, I just want to clarify exactly what happened.
Okay.
A half-naked woman came in that
Very
looked
much
like Pete. No top on, nipple tassel, bright red nipple tassels, like a feather boa kind of going around
The
around the
rattiest
neck,
feather bow you ever seen.
and
It
like
was.
probably ginger, like Tina Turner hair.
Like Tina Turner hair, that was it.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah, it was quite
She's
traumatic.
gorgeous.
Was that your type? Is it?
Tina Turner.
Yeah. Well, God, yeah, ratty hair and like nipple tassels and fat. And smelling of beef and cheese. I mean, what more do you want?
I know.
Well, yeah.
Right, I reckon we should wrap this.
So wrap it
wrap
up.
up.
Let's
wrap it
wrap
up.
it up.
Right, where can you find us? You can find us the first time the podcast come out on YouTube. It's the Three Wise Men Could Make It, and then very shortly after on YouTube. YouTube obviously, Amazon, Spotify, Deezer, These Nuts, all those. The podcast will be on their audio version. But if you want to see exactly what's going on in person, go to the YouTube
You've
channel.
got to go to the YouTube channel.
You've got to go YouTube channel to see
You've got to see what just
Peter
happened
is
then, because
wonderful
To
form.
see Pedro fart.
See
my,
Pedro
my,
Ford.
my retinas are kind of hurting after that. Pete, anything to say before we go?
Thank you, everyone, for watching. Thank you, President Trump, for your message. I'm sure you'll be in touch. I'm hoping we are the 51st state of America.
Yeah,
We soon
Else
will
we
be.
put Soothers could be the capital.
it could
Or
be.
we'll be
Or the
we'll be
Jessups.
52nd because there's going to be Greenland as well, isn't there?
And Canada. He's trying
Canada,
to
so
get
3,
Canada.
4 of them.
All right, well, either way, but I reckon we make the capital Soothers.
Yeah.
Sounds good to me. Oh, and a quick shout out to the saddle. We always talk about the saddle. We've got to mention
We'll
it.
be back there soon, actually. We've got an episode coming up with
A band
that really good band, What I Know,
just above Snakes.
Just Above Snakes.
Yeah.
I'm a snake.
Snake.
So we've got a lot of good stuff coming up. So thank you very much, Rich, for hosting us once again in
No
the
probs.
stable.
In the stable, yeah.
And we shall see you guys next week for the next episode.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Goodbye.